is up, awesome people, and welcome to another update video on the Flashfire expansion for the X and Y series. Alrightio, so just a couple of days ago we had another update released, which is featuring another 3 cards from the Flashfire expansion, and one of these cards are actually pretty interesting and can actually make a big change to the metagame for the trading card game, which I will go in great detail for, because I think I looked at this card and I was like, wow, this is such a good card. It actually reminds me of another card from the Dark Explorers expansion, and I think I actually mentioned the card as well in one of my update videos for when I was going through Yvantal for countering most cards, especially the Mega Charizard, both Fire and Dragon type. But regardless, the 3 cards we were shown are Charizard EX, which I did say would be an EX card since there is both Mega Charizard EX, Fire and Dragon, and you do need to evolve them from an EX card. The next card was Magnezone EX, so sweet, Magnezone is back in the series, and I did say there was a really good Magnezone card from the Plasma Storm series, I think, from the Black and White series. And it had like a ability where it allowed you to play 2 support cards. It wasn't exactly that great for all the effort you put in just to get it, especially the fact that it decked me out a few times, but that's just me. And the last card we were shown was a trainer support card, which was Blacksmith, and as I said, this is the card that's going to make a huge change to the metagame, and I will explain that card last because I'm going to need a bit of time to explain some strategies which that can be used in. Alrighty, so, we got shown 2 EX cards, so as I said, there is also Mega Kangaskhan that is coming out as well as the last Mega, so the other EX card is, will be, of course, Kangaskhan EX, and I think I said in my first update there was going to be 5 EX cards, so we still don't know the other 2 EX cards. So, sweet. So I still have a little bit of mystery behind what the other 2 cards is, and as I said, don't wreck it for me. I want to find out for myself, and I'm actually getting really excited because we're coming to the release date. So, May 7th is the release of the Flashfire expansion. So, what are we, the 28th of April now, so that'll be not this week, but the next week. So, sweetness. So, next week I've actually got something to look forward to, so hopefully I don't have too many shifts at work so I can do all the openings for it. Anyways, let's have a look at these new cards. So first up is Charizard EX, so this will evolve into either Mega Charizard EX Fire type or Charizard EX Dragon type. So this Charizard has quite a lot of firepower to add to any deck. With 2 powerful attacks, Wing Attack for 60 damage and Combustion Blast for Scorching 150, and if that isn't enough damage to take care of your opponent's Pokemon, remember that Charizard EX can evolve into Mega Charizard, which is a very nearly unstoppable force unless you're going up against Yvantal EX, which, as I said, would put a pretty nasty put a massive stop to that, at least, since it does require quite a lot of energy cards. So if you did stack up quite a lot of energy cards in Yvantal, then this would, well, Yvantal would definitely counter it with Evil Ball. So Charizard EX, so 180 health, the fire card. It's a basic card, of course, since it's an EX card, which is quite OP. And its weakness is water, and it has no resistance, retreat cost of 2. Its first move is, of course, Wing Attack, which does 60, as I said, and it acquires 3 energy cards of any type. And its last move is Combustion Flame, dealing 150 damage, requires 2 fire energy and 2 energy cards of any type. And the effect on Combustion Flame is this Pokemon cannot use Combustion Blast, during your next turn. Which makes sense as it does deal 150 damage. If you keep launching that attack, then yeah, that's a bit scary. So, it's number 12 of 106. It's a rare Holo EX from the Flashfire expansion. Alright, so that's Charizard EX. So the next one we released is Magnezone EX. So, usually there isn't quite a lot of lighting or electric types, as I call them, in the trading card game. And so it's no much of an exception here for Magnezone. But it sounds like from what I'm reading here, most of the electric types that we'll see are going to be quite decent. Magnezone EX and its dual bullets attack. This attack can hit any 2 opposing Pokemon for 50 damage, leaving your opponent with nowhere to hide. So even if they do retreat out, Magnezone can still hit them with dual bullets. So let's take a quick closer look at Magnezone EX. So again, it's another basic Pokemon. It's of the electric or lightning type with 180 health. And again, I forgot to mention this with Charizard EX. There is, of course, the EX rule, where if an EX Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prizes instead of 1, unless it's Lugia EX from the Plasma Storm series. Or I think it's the Plasma Storm or one of the Plasma series, where its ability allows you to take another prize card, which is pretty OP. Its weakness is to fighting type cards, and it does have resistance to metal cards. Retreat cost is 3. It's got Electro Ball, which does 40 damage, requires 2 energy cards of any type, which is basically a double colorless, which is pretty sweet. And its other move is, of course, Dual Bullets. 3 electric energy cards required, and this attack does 50 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Do not apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. So it's number 35 of 106. It's a rare holo EX. So, sweet. I do see Magnezone EX being kind of like a revenge killer, which is pretty cool, since 50 damage is quite a lot for just dealing damage to bench Pokemon. That comes close to killing most basic Pokemon on the bench. So if you know your opponent started stacking up energy cards for a backup Pokemon, for example, and you know their active is just about ready to go down, takes a bit of a tap to take it out, you can go for a dual bullet, take out their active and take out a basic as well, which they can use as maybe a backup to bring in, or maybe start dealing some damage to even just a bench Pokemon so you can take it out the next turn. So that's about all I can really say about Magnezone EX. It can be quite situational, but indeed very handy. I will say Dual Bullet is quite a handy move. And the last card we were shown was Blacksmith. So this was a trainer supporter card. This is going to be a very game-changing card, especially for anyone who runs a fire deck. So this supporter card is excellent for fire type support for the trading card game, especially for the new meta game for Flashfire. It lets you pull 2 fire energy cards from your discard pile and attach them to one of your fire type Pokemon. A lot of the attacks on a fire type not only have high energy requirements, but also make you discard energy when you use them, and just use this Blacksmith card to recharge them. So moves like Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Usually Flamethrower requires you to discard 1 fire energy attached to a Pokemon, whereas Fire Blast usually requires you to discard all energy cards attached to that card, which can be quite devastating. Using Blacksmith will allow you to get them back, and I think Pyro had one of those moves as well. Yes, Scorching Flame. You may discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do it, this attack does 30 damage more. So that will work very well with Pyro, especially with its Scorching Fang. I would assume a lot of fire cards in this expansion would have moves like Flamethrower or Fire Blast. If Chandelure makes a return, it'll probably have Inferno. I think Inferno had a chance of discarding fire energy as well to do an extra effect. I can't remember on that one, but I definitely know there's a lot of fire moves that require discarding, and that works very similar to how Dark Patch works when the Dark Explorers expansion came out for the Black and White series. It allows you to attach a discarded dark energy from your deck and put it onto one of your bench Pokemon, which is very handy in the Advanced or Darkrai and Sableye variant decks that you see quite a lot in ranked battles or just in tourneys in general. So yeah, I can definitely see this card being very overused in tourneys, especially for support for Mega Charizard EX Fire variant, just to get the KrimZen dive going. So I would assume if they're bringing out a support card for fire type energy, they would most likely be bringing out some type of support for Mega Charizards. I could definitely, some strange reason, leaning towards maybe a support card that prevents recall damage, since, well, if that is the case, then I can definitely see Mega Charizard EX being quite OP with the support card being Blacksmith, and then the probably like an item card that you attach to Mega Charizard prevent recall damage. But I'm hoping to God that's not the case. Yeah, then definitely I could probably see Mega Charizard EX being a rival to Yveltal EX then. But yeah, that's probably like my worst nightmares, and hopefully they won't come true. Alright, so is there anything else I need to say? Probably not. But there were at least the 3 new cards that where was shown. I am not too sure if they're going to bring out any more spoilers in the meantime, since the deck is released quite soon. And just for those who didn't catch it, it was the 7th of May, which is not this week but the week after. And I can give an exact day, and that will be a Wednesday it'll be Wednesday for everyone, so sweet, Wednesday next week. And as I said, I hope to God I don't have too many shifts at work so I can do this, because I do have a few cards on pre-order, so I'll be covering some Flashfire card openings for real life on my channel, and whenever the Pokemon trading card game online ever gets around to updating the client so Flashfire is accepted, I will be covering them on the client as well, and we'll go from there. So that's really it for this update video, and this will probably be the last update video because I don't see them releasing any more spoilers in the meantime since the release date is so close. But then again, I'll probably say that, actually no, I said that last update video and look what they did. They'll probably prove me wrong somehow. But yeah, so if this isn't the last update video, so I may as well say until the next update video or my next video, this is LadyKrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!